The sallow-faced eke out a meagre living. But winters are harsh, and a bitter wind cuts right through. So the haunted cry out for some sustenance to fill a rumbling stomach, something to warm their rattling bones, or even just an ounce of love. But enough about Dom Allen. Let's find out what our poor unfortunates will make.
Absolutely.
I love you, Dom. But how will our poor unfortunates fare as they take on an unholy storm? Find out as Chaotic Neutral plays Desperation, the Dead House. So, Sullivan, you are facing the monster. You're face to face, one-on-one. What do you do?
I'm going to use my web shooters.
Sullivan, we've been over this. You don't have web shooters.
All right. I'm going to throw Mjolnir at him.
Well, look on your character sheet, Sullivan. I've said this already. Look on your character sheet. Does it say that you have Mjolnir on there?
No.
Exactly.
But I do have my Iron Man suit.
You wrote that on there. You've just written that on there. You wrote that on there just now.
Prove it.
The rest of it is printed.
The rest of you is printed, Laurie.
That doesn't mean anything, Sullivan.
You don't mean anything, Laurie.
Look, if you want to play as a Marvel superhero so bad, why don't you just play Marvel Strike Force?
Marvel Strike Force?
Marvel Strike Force is a mobile squad RPG that allows you to battle with your favourite team of superheroes and supervillains in a fight to save the universe against threats like Doctor Doom and Apocalypse. Your goal is to power up your favourite characters to complete missions, unlock gear and other resources, and beat other players in PvP modes such as Alliance War and Arena. You'll recruit both heroes and villains from across the multiverse, and if you're a new player, you can unlock up to 17 total characters within the first 30 days, including Spider-Man, Deadpool, Thor, Captain America, and more favourites. New characters are constantly being released, and this month, be on the lookout for the highly anticipated Absolute A-Force team. This new team will be led by Kahori, a brand new character. You don't want to miss out on these limited time character release events during this month. So celebrate the holiday season by using the promo code DECK24 to unlock What If characters Captain Carter, Star-Lord T'Challa, and Strange Heartless.
You mean I can play as a Marvel superhero right now?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but we're in the middle of doing that. You still have to deal with the monster.
Shoot him.
You know that's not going to kill him.
I rolled a nat 20.
Okay, well then roll damage.
Killed him.
Oh my God, you did!
Yeah, I love playing as Hulk. Makes me feel like my hands are so big. Oh, wrong button.
So we are playing Desperation, the Dead House. If you saw a previous episode playing Desperation, we played the other half of the box set, the Isabel, in which we were the crew of a ruined schooner ship that was a cod fishing ship. You will know that this game is pretty bleak. The Dead House is set, I will read this little bit for you, it's set in southern Kansas in 1888. There's a blizzard coming, an unholy storm that will bury the town of Neola, as sure as the frozen ground will refuse to receive their dead. Until spring, they will lie in the dead house, and they will be stacked like cordwood. Because the citizens of Neola are going to suffer and be tested and be found wanting. They are going to kill, and worse. The dead house is going to be full. Oh no! Spoilers.
Let's just all agree that we shouldn't go to the dead house.
Yeah.
We should just leave it be.
I like that plan.
Yeah.
So if you haven't seen us play this before, I will tell you how the game works. The game runs on this deck of cards. At the top of the deck are different locations which we'll be using to build out the town of Neola. Underneath that are people. These people we will be giving voices to as we draw the cards. They have little bits of text on the back that describes who the character is, and then each card will ask you to speak your truth.
where you get to build out a little bit of the character, flesh them out a little bit more, and build relationships with people around the town. Then we move into the seasons of this game. This game starts in autumn and ends somewhere beyond winter. Autumn, these are cards that we draw, and each card has a little bit of text on it. That text, you will choose one of the characters around town who is going to voice that text, and then probably you'll be asked to speak another truth in which you can build on what is said on the card. The wrinkle is that we can play any of the characters, even if somebody else has started off voicing them. So if somebody draws one of the first cards and says who that character is, feel free to jump in when you draw a card and say that that character says this. Choose the one who feels most appropriate for the thing that is about to happen. There are some very tough choices to making this, and I don't think every single person that we meet along the way will survive this journey. And we will not lose the game, but the game will finish either when everyone is dead or when
like
we
losing.
find a card in this deck that says spring comes. But it's quite near the bottom, so we've got a ways to go.
Nice.
So Dom, do you want to start us off by
Let's
telling
have
us
a look.
about this?
Town's house. Not townhouse, Town's house. That's not a possessive S, that's Townes, like a surname, I guess. This is the town's house, but I think it's operating as a townhouse. Anyway, this is the town's house. It is the newest building in Neola, and it is octagonal. After Fowler's A Home for All, or the gravel wall and octagon mode of building. Bobley and Ralph.
Bobbly.
Bobbly and
Bobbly
Ralph.
Ralph.
Oh no.
Oh, it gets better.
Didn't expect to hear about that.
Bobley and Ralph Jr., Rosie, Frank, and little Teresa are Catholics from far away. Put this card in the centre of town, so it is like a townhouse. Put this card in the centre of town where Ralph is the Neola postmaster.
Oh, there we go. That's the centre of our town. Bobley and Ralph.
Bobley and
What a
Ralph.
name.
And Ralph Jr.
Yeah,
Ralph Jr.
and Noddy and all of his friends. There we go, Emily.
Okay, Mitchell Farm. This is the Mitchell Farm. Look, that's his name, is the best around at coaxing wheat out of this barren ground. Telly, that's her name, is endlessly pregnant and cannot keep a child.
Oh my God.
Look and Telly
Look
Mitchell.
and Telly Mitchell. Put this card between the Dead House and the Hetzel House. We don't have either of those.
We'll put it down, and then we will, when we find them, we will plonk them where they need to go.
That's
Sullivan.
sad.
I missed a treat there, excuse the Mitchell
sad.
brothers.
This is the Mitchell Barn. It's a modest but squared away building that Look Mitchell ordered as a pre-cut lumber from Sears and Roebuck. It would be a nice place for dances if anyone in Neola were to bend in that direction. Put this card very close to the Mitchell farm.
Wonderful.
Close.
Thank you.
As close as you
We'll
can.
put it underneath for now.
Close.
Lucy.
Thank you. The hill. This is the hill. It was important to the Wichita who used to live around here. After the war, they were all moved west, but they buried some stuff in the hill before the army arrived.
Oh, no.
Somebody dug it all up soon after and kept the pretty bits and burned the rest. There's a single spindly black locust tree at the top. Put this card wherever you like. Oh. Where do we want to put it?
Put the
I
hill
feel
at the top?
I feel like
Yeah.
on top.
Looming in the distance all the
Yeah.
time.
Terrible and creepy.
Yeah, I love that.
Okay.
Oh, someone brought doom upon us.
This is Pearson's shack. It's a smoky little affair, cobbled from wood pulled out of the church ruins, a broken wagon, some cottonwood trees, and a waxed cotton tarp. Pearson is usually squatting like a toad here, ruminating upon the ineffable and making
Love Pearson.
people uneasy. Put this card far away from any house or farm.
Oh my goodness. Not near me.
Oh, creepy Pearson.
You've got Pearson.
Squatting like a frog.
Hetzel Farm. This is the Hetzel Farm. It is the oldest in Neola. Henry Hetzel and his strange granddaughter Velma. What's strange about it? Doesn't say. It boasts an orchard of stunted apple, peach, and cherry trees. Oh, creepy. Put this card far from the dead house. We'll stick it here for now, I suppose.
Yeah?
The post office. This is the United States Post Office, a grand title for what amounts to a horse stable made out of greasy wood repurposed from a collapsed buffalo skinner's camp. Inside there is a table and a chair and a safe and a pile of hay. Put this card very close to the town's house.
Yes.
Yeah, let's do that. Sullivan.
Thank you. Sharp House. This is the Sharp House. Old Swiller and her daughter Mattie, and Mattie's husband James Mitchell, and all their half-feral children.
Feral.
James is an odd job man, and Mattie takes in mending. Put this card close to the dead house, which we don't have yet, so I'll just...
So the dead house is going to go. The Mitchell farm needs to go between the dead house and something else, doesn't
Yeah.
it? So we'll do that, shall we? Town's house needs to be
Oh,
in
and the Hetzel
centre.
house.
Ah,
Not
there.
Hetzel farm, Hetzel house, but I guess
reckon
Hetzel.
they'll probably
Yeah,
have they.
so.
The Hetzel house.
Here we go. The ruin.
Oh.
This is the ruin. A stone foundation and some charred timbers and a well that really ought to be filled in. A church of God preacher and his family built a half-assed church here, but they couldn't take it, and the fire that burned them out was probably a blessing.
Oh my God.
Put this card between the hill and the dead house. So
Great.
So if the dead house goes
Okay, so
somewhere
yeah,
around
we'll
here,
do that.
yeah.
This is, where does this need to go? It's close to the dead house, so we'll do that underneath. Because this is the dead house. This is the dead house. This is where Neola stores her dead when the ground is too hard to dig. That time is coming soon and lasts for half the year. The cemetery is here too. That's nice, isn't it?
You just move them straight out of the
Yeah,
house into
just-
the ground.
yeah,
That makes
exactly.
sense, yeah.
So, that is our town. And now, it is time to meet the denizens.
Pearson. This is the guy who squats in the corner of the...
That's the frog guy.
I'm Pearson. I live alone. I built a little shack, and when they came to throw me out as an unpleasant parasite, I waved the deed in their faces. It's my land, fee simple, and if I want to live on it alone in a miserable leaky hut, that is my right. I'm fiery but strange.
That's his hinge profile, yeah. Fiery but strange.
Fiery but
Live,
strange.
love, laugh.
Put this card next to Pearson's shack and speak their truth.
I'm looking for connection. One of these days, I'm gonna take a bride from that village, but I ain't met no one who takes my eye yet. Until then, I'll keep my secrets about the hill to myself.
Ooh, that's very good.
Spooky Pearson.
Oh, this, okay.
I'm going to work in this subplot that he's trying to find love.
Fate. I'm Fate. Fate is short for Lafayette, and I am not from around here. I came here from a place far away where people wanted to kill me. There's no going back, and that's all you'll get. I am likable, but dangerous. Put this card next to the home of the family he's boarding with, and speak Fate's truth. Who have we got? We've basically got the Hetzel, the Towns, and the
Yeah.
Mitchell. I'm gonna go
Who lives in
for
the Sharp house?
Who lives in the
Old
Sharp?
Swiller.
Old Swiller. We got Swiller. We got Look and Telly.
Yep.
We've got who was in the town? Oh, that's Bobley and
Bobley
Bobley
and,
and the
Bobley and the gang.
and
Yeah.
the postmaster. One of them.
I love that band.
Probably in the postmaster.
I'll put him
Their
with
early work wasn't.
the Mitchell farm. I'm staying with the Mitchells. However, I have ulterior motives for being here. I've heard something about the ruin, and I'm here to investigate it.
Oh.
Sullivan.
Henry Hetzel. I'm Henry Hetzel. I was among the first settlers in Neola, and the place hasn't been kind to me, but I hang on out of sheer spite.
My granddaughter Velma helps keep the farm running. Of her parents, the less said the better. I'm resourceful, but frail.
Put him next to the Hetzel farm.
Oh, look at him.
You get to speak his truth as well.
Yeah.
I'm sick to death of those damn parents of Velma. Oh, maybe I'll get my revenge. They took everything from me. They took everything. I'm gonna get my revenge. I'm gonna skin them alive.
No! No!
Got
More
lots,
than me.
lot of sarcasm. Henry said it.
Hetzel is Hetzel, don't let me.
I didn't.
Henry Hetzel.
It came through the cards. Yeah. Put me in my farm.
Looks sort of like Dr. Strangelove. Ralph Towns. I am Ralph Towns, Senior. I am postmaster here, all the government Neola is ever going to have. That's a point of pride. I'm also Catholic, which sets me and mine apart from all the other families. I'm kind, but arrogant.
We place him at Town's house.
Someone's out to get me, but I don't know who. I'm making it my mission every day when I deliver the post to find out.
Just going up through the windows before delivering the letters.
Steaming letters open.
I just made it up, the speak the truth, that's right.
Yeah, I fully
Good.
made
There wasn't
mine up
like-
as well.
Oh, I made
yeah,
mine up
okay.
as well.
Good,
Yeah.
there wasn't
yeah.
like a...
I hope so.
No.
I was
I
checking
heard a
all the...
voice in my head.
It wasn't,
Oh,
it wasn't in there.
Yeah, it just came to me.
Yeah.
I think I've got to go deliver a letter. Sorry.
Oh, we've lost another one.
Yeah.
Stop.
Oh god, everyone's too in deep. Just a full mind wipe every time you draw a card. Okay. I am Ralph Towns Jr. I ride herd over my little brothers and sisters, Rosie, Frank, and Teresa Towns, and I long for the day where I can set out on my own. It isn't that far away, but it isn't that close either. I am ambitious, but sullen. My father is an arrogant man, lording it over this town like this was New York City or something. But I wish to see the sights of the city. I wish to go out and find myself a small speck, an insignificant speck amongst a sea of people, and not some petty postmaster lording it over good people.
Oh, town's so weird.
Yeah.
It's such a weird town.
I like it. I think it's a pleasant place.
I'm sure nothing bad will happen here.
I'm Telly Mitchell. My given name is Telephus, but everyone, including my husband Luke, calls me Telly. I'm always pregnant.
No, this is so sad.
It's really sad. I'm always pregnant. I'm pregnant right now, but it has never worked out. Luke still thinks it will someday. I'm gentle, but melancholy.
Oh,
That is
Oh.
so
I want
sad.
Telly to be okay.
I don't think she is.
She placed at the barn.
Just said
Or just at the
Mitchell's
farm.
farm. Yeah.
Poor Telly.
Oh, Telly.
I can't bring myself to tell Luke that not a single one of these pregnancies were his.
No!
And they've got a lodger. Oh, it's the two of them.
Not Pearson.
Pearson and Frank.
Not Pearson, he's a toad man!
Hurtson as well. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Say every man.
Maddie Mitchell. I am Maddie Sharp Mitchell. Everyone knows me as Swilla's headstrong daughter, and they were as surprised as I was when I fell for the Mitchell boy. but fall I did. The two of us are young and in love, and that's that. I am attractive, but unwise. Put this card next to the sharp house and speak Matty's truth. I still live with my father because I don't truly trust the Mitchell family. They offered for me to move in with them, but I decided to stay here.
I'm James Mitchell. My older brother Luke is like a father to me, and Swilla Sharp is like a mother. And I married her daughter, Maddie. And everything is just great. Lacking any skills to do odd jobs around Neola. I'm charming, but lazy. That's the sharp house and speak to him.
Matty's husband, yeah.
I don't see any problems around this town. Sure, we got a dead house, but I'm fine with that. Some people think it's a bit strange, but I like it. I think it's charming in his own way.
Oh, James and Matty are nice. Yeah, it's fine. They're good.
That is nice.
Nice people.
Let's
That's
find
good.
out who they live with.
Yes, they're going to die first.
She's just a bit distrusting. That's
Check out
fine.
Swilla.
Oh,
Oh my
Swilla.
What a cruel nose.
Is that her, where's her mouth? Is it at the bottom or is it?
It is
Oh,
the. It's
That's
like
the mouth. Okay, I
Oh,
thought the
so-
line
It's like
beneath
this.
the mouth.
No. Oh, it's so much crueler than I thought.
She's got a beauty spot. It's fine.
I'm Swilla Sharp, the oldest, and if we are being honest, and don't mind a pun, the sharpest woman in town.
Love Swilla.
My daughter and her husband live with me in the house I built with my late husband, Reeve. I'm brilliant, but cruel.
I told you she was cruel. I knew it.
Yeah, I can't trust her.
She's going here.
She's gonna kill him. Kill them both.
How did my husband die? Who's to say?
Oh no.
That's not information I'm willing to part with just yet.
Well, Swilla. I think we know. Oh no, poor Luke Mitchell. I feel sad for him already.
Yeah, he looks very sad.
I might be wrong in that.
So this is Luke Mitchell.
It's true.
I'm Luke Mitchell. Me and Telly built this farm with our own hands. One day I want to pass it down to my children when we finally have some. Until my brother James got married, he was basically my kid. I am hard-working, but naive. And I worry that God may have forsaken me and Telly, for we keep trying for children, and yet none take. The dead house has had too many Mitchells pass through its doors.
This is so sad. Poor Luke. Have you got a speaker truth?
That was the speaking
That was
truth.
that. Oh, it's very good. I thought you were reading.
I'm Bobbly Towns. I'm Bobbly Towns. The day Ralph brought me to Neola, I cried because it's a lonely, barren prison, and I'd been promised freedom and paradise. It hadn't exactly grown on me, but I have solace in my growing family. I am talented, but bitter.
Put this card next to the town's house and speak Bobbly's truth. So she's married to Ralph, right?
And Junior, who hates his dad.
Oh, yeah.
Ralph seems happy, though, and that's fine with me. The only thing I can't stand is our good-for-nothing son. Nothing pleases him. He's so ungrateful. I wish he would take a hike to New York City and see how much he likes that, but he better not come back crying to us.
Wow. It's changed quite a lot. Wasn't it, she said? Never mind.
I'm Velma Hetzel. I run my Grandpa Henry's farm, and that's my days gone, my weeks, my years. It wasn't what I planned for my life, but it's what I got. Still, I dream of more exciting things and read about them in books. I am well read, but bored. Put this card next to the Hetzel farm and speak Velma's truth. I can't read. No. What's Velma's truth?
I'm well read. I've read once.
I'm well read. I'm well read. I can read more than anyone else in this town. I've been reading some books I found buried on the hill. They've got some strange scripture and spells of some kind in them. I'm sure it's fine. Nothing bad could happen, right?
Oh, autumn.
Oh, lovely.
The seasons begin.
Yay.
Autumn's my favourite season.
I love it.
It's light jacket weather
I do love
in
autumn.
Kansas.
Wear my autumn jumper.
Signs. Nature is speaking as the seasons change. The wasps are nesting high, and pigs are obsessively gathering sticks. There has been a halo around the sun for 5 days straight. The winter of 1888 is going to be very hard, harder than I can bear. I can either speak my truth, or I can speak nature's truth.
Ooh.
I try speaking nature's truth.
Yeah. Who do you think
Who was
said
saying
that?
Yeah, that's a good point, actually, yeah.
Sorry, pigs gathering sticks.
Yeah, that's weird. Also,
Well,
did
they
you say
need to build a house. Come on.
halo
Yeah.
around-
The wolf's on his way.
How do you think they build a house?
Yeah.
What do you think, they just magically had a house made of sticks?
I just hadn't thought about it before.
Yeah.
Well, next you'll be annoyed when they're gathering bricks and
Brick-
cement.
yeah, exactly. But that's the only way to secure yourself from a wolf.
I want to go find some pigs.
Is that what they do, though? Is they gather sticks?
That's what I
brought
think
it
they
up.
do.
For what?
Right.
For their nests, because they're birds.
Goodness.
Little pig birds.
Maybe that's nature's truth.
The truth about
just
pigs. Nature's
Did it say a
truth about
halo
pigs.
around the sun?
Yeah, there's. I think that's a phenomenon that can happen.
Yes, I've
but
seen
you
that.
have to be very high up. Normally. to
Yeah,
see
well,
it.
yeah. Kansas is very low down.
No, it's in you have to be in a plane normally to see the full
Oh,
ring.
I've seen a ring. I've seen a ring.
I've seen the ring.
The pig showed me.
Got to deliver some post. Sorry.
Who said this is the question. Who would be?
Henry Hetzel has a
Yeah.
farm,
Yeah.
so maybe he's got
Let's
pigs.
say Henry Hetzel. I think I will speak Henry's truth, actually.
So put that card under Henry. And when if Henry
so
goes to the
it's
dead
signed.
house, him and all his cards will travel there too. Let's make some space because I feel like the dead house might fill up. Just, for reasons.
Fine. Let's be positive.
I've seen this art before. I remember when I was a boy, I saw one of the worst winters I've ever seen. It was awful. We lost nearly everybody in Neola. I thought we'd never recover, but now we have. It looks like it's going to happen again. I lost my whole family. They're all gone now. But at least I got Velma. She'll keep me warm, right?
Oh no. It all just feels so bad, doesn't it?
Oh, they're going to have to burn Velma's books at some point.
Autumn, unease. Luke Mitchell. This land is covered in endless buffalo grass and scourged by constant moaning wind. It's fertile if you know what you are doing, but utterly unforgiving. The summers will burn a person up and the winters will crack your bones. Right now, it is in between and as pleasant as it gets. That won't last long, I think.
Speak Luke's truth.
This is hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure Telly can last another winter. Her body has been ravaged by these pregnancies. I am concerned.
Oh
I'm
my
so
god.
concerned.
Oh my god.
But also, Telly, try and have a baby with your husband.
Maybe it won't be cursed.
Oh no.
Oh dear, terrible.
What was Pearson's voice?
Yes, Horrible Pearson.
Horrible Pearson. The well. I have a good sound well, 35 feet deep and lined with stone, and I keep milk and cheese down it to stay cool. But today, there's no milk and no old cheese. It was stolen in the night and hatefully replaced with something loathsome. Now it's poisoned. And I know who did this. I know who did this. It was that Ralph Towns. He's not wanted me in Neola for as long as I can remember. He must have put that dead sheep in my well. He must have poisoned my water supply. He must have ruined my food. He wants me gone. He wants me locked up in a dead house with everyone else.
Oh, no.
No!
Not little Pearson.
No!
But we
He
love
just wanted his
Ralph
little milk
Towns.
and cheese.
No, we don't. He's the baddie.
Yeah, he's dressed like
He's
Loveless from Wild
glasses.
Wild West.
Oh no, this should be Junior, I think. How did Junior talk? He was like,
Exactly the same as Ralph Towns.
Yeah.
So.
"Hello,
Just younger.
Yeah.
a bit younger. We were talking about this. I can't really
I
remember."
like that. That's good.
Let's go with that.
It's because of Ralph Towns'
It'll
lips.
change.
Yeah.
So like juicy.
Ralph Towns talk like that. Sort of.
Hello, Junior. A gilded cage. It's 1887 and progress marches on. I cling to scraps of news like a rat line. Grover Cleveland is president. Verdi's Ada is popular. Down in Argonia in Sumner County, they have elected a woman as mayor. Her name is Susanna Salter. In Chicago, the Haymarket anarchists are waiting to be hung, and here I am in Neola, with nothing to do except sit around and take orders from Pa and get ignored by Ma. She hates me. Maybe what Neola needs is a taste of anarchy. Maybe I could really shake things up. If I can't leave this gilded cage, I could sure as hell rock it until it breaks. Until it breaks!
I love that.
Age.
A gilded age. Never mind.
But it works. I'll go for James Mitchell. What was James Mitchell? Just general.
It was your
Southern.
Southern prospector voice.
Great time.
Great.
Oh yeah,
Down
he
here.
loves
Alright.
it. The one who loves
He
it.
loves
I
it.
love
Okay,
it.
yeah. Sure. Works.
No problem.
Toxic positivity.
Yeah.
James Mitchell.
Yeah.
That works. 7-3. I learned from a tattered scrap of newspaper that the Detroit Wolverines have won the National League pennant over the Indianapolis Hoosiers. This cheered me, and I clung to the news for some reason. I told everyone, but no one in Neola gives a damn. The score was 7-3.
Wonderful.
What sport was it? Is it
The National League. National League pennant. What's a pennant?
Oh God, there's some people right now just like this.
I'm going to make up what sport it was.
Can't believe they don't know what
Should we Google it?
Yeah, let's Google
Yeah.
it before I go off on one about a made-up sport. And, everyone's like, idiot.
Exactly.
Schmoozeball.
National League pennant.
I mean, I guess
National
these things
League.
all change names slightly.
Detroit
Well, they're not. They're
Wolverines.
certainly not a current American.
It's not.
thing.
It doesn't.
It doesn't sound like
7-3
like
doesn't
baseball,
sound like.
It does sound
a
like
sport.
baseball.
Baseball.
It is baseball.
It's
yeah.
baseball. Okay.
So it's the 1800s precursor. How are we meant to know the 1800s name for,
Right.
Yeah,
for
Major
the
League Baseball.
Major League Baseball?
Exactly.
As we all know, that's baseball. So I've been trying to set up a baseball league in here and the surrounding areas, but no one will go for it. I'm thinking about trying to build a pitch somewhere, maybe the ruin, clear it out a bit, set up a pitch.
It'll be cursed.
How did Bobbly sound?
Probably it was like quite
Almost like a child.
yeah, almost like a child but a lady. Almost like a child but a lady.
Almost like a child, but a lady.
I love that Britney Spears.
I'm not. No, not quite a lady.
She's a bit New York. It's a bit more glamorous.
Yeah.
She looks like Ruby Wax.
Just
like Ruby Wax.
Yeah.
Do it as Ruby
Do
Wax.
Ruby. Do it as Ruby
Yeah,
Wax,
or
yeah.
Sharon Osbourne.
Quite
Sharon
brash.
Osbourne,
Yeah.
Brash. Oh, kind of talk like really kind of shouty, like kind of like that. A little more brash.
Okay. A nightmare. I dreamed of being trapped. Everything was white and I couldn't breathe or move, and it was cold as death. Perhaps I was dead. When I woke, I was hoarse from screaming, and worried faces looked at me in the guttering light of a wax candle. There we go.
Wow.
Wow, Bobbly.
It was one of the best dreams I've had all week. I didn't mind it because it reminded me of my own life, and I just like the familiarity. I've got to leave this place sometime. But I got to get rid of Ralph first.
What?
Wow, they all want each other dead.
Bobbly wants Ralph and Ralph Jr. dead.
Yeah, she hates her family.
Is that, what's her name? Is it Velma? No.
That's Matty.
This is Matty.
Velma's
This is
over there.
Velma's
That was
over
the
there.
bookworm.
Velma's the bookworm. What did Velma...
She's running the farm.
And maybe casting some spells.
She was kind of...
Oh,
Just
she
what-
was
yeah.
a little bit. Oh, I can't remember. She was very southern, but it was.
Henry's her grandpa.
Yeah,
so they're
it was.
kind of just like this.
But a bit
Okay.
more nerdy.
A bit more nerdy.
Yeah, a bit more
kinda
up in the
like-
nose. Yeah.
Okay. Mail. A letter arrived for me with desperate news, and I sent a letter in reply, and now the mail is late, and the mail is eternally slow, and the mail will never arrive. This terrible thing won't be resolved before the snow falls and the roads choke up, and I will have your answer in the spring of 1888, or maybe never.
Bloody post office.
I'm in distress. I don't know how much longer I can keep up running the farm really on my own. It's all got on top of me, and I don't know who to turn to, if there's anyone I can.
Oh,
Oh,
poor little witch
these
Velma.
poor people. What was Henry Hetzel's?
Old man.
Yes.
I'm down here.
Oh, I sound like this. I'm Henry Hetzel. Bandits. My team of oxen have been stolen. This is as good as putting a bullet in a brain. If we can't plow, we won't eat next year. No one who lives in Neola could have done it. No one will dare. No one could hide such a crime. It was a bandit of some variety, and they need to be found and punished. Because this town is missing law enforcement. This town is wild. We have Ralph Town saying he's as good as governance, but he does nothing for this town. Instead, we've got to take matters into our own hands.
Oh no, Henry.
Oh dear.
I feel like no one's concerned about Pearson and his sheep in as well.
Yeah,
Just like that, it'd be fine.
it'll be fine.
Okay. This is fate. A stranger, a dirty man appeared by the ruin and said he is from the Denver, Memphis and Atlantic Railroad, surveying land for a new right-of-way. But he was a liar, and a hungry one, and he had a pistol. But I had a quiet conversation with him, and he never set foot in Neola. We can't have people coming here expecting handouts. The winter's going to be cruel, and these poor people, they've got enough on their plates. Besides, the last thing we need is a railroad bringing all sorts of strangers here. No. I'll look after Neola. I'll make sure things go the way they're supposed to.
I'm the only stranger they need.
I'm the only way. Oh, fate. What was Luke's voice? Sad.
Sad son.
The message. Geese flying south rest in the marsh on the Neneska River. This year they are strangely exhausted, and I tramped out there and shot one. But I shot it wrong, and it died badly, in a sad little pinwheel of feathers and blood. It looked diseased, and it all seems like a message.
He's just having the worst life. Him and
I'm
his
slightly concerned about how Telly looks at fate. I'm sure it's nothing, but they've been spending an awful lot of time together. When I went out to shoot the geese, I saw him move into the room that she was in. It's probably nothing.
Eat.
I'm sad for all these people, apart from Ralph. And maybe fate.
Didn't Swiller Sharp also kill her husband?
Yeah, maybe Swiller.
I think there's a
She
few
hasn't
of
done
them that
very
were
much
like,
recently.
Yeah.
We don't know that.
We
She
don't
just
know
said.
that.
She just said we don't know.
She said she wouldn't reveal it yet. That's what she said.
How did Telly sound?
Tell it was.
Yeah, that's
just
soft.
Tell it was
Yeah.
soft. She said.
Yeah.
All the babies are
melancholy.
She's got a baby in her. Can you feel that?
Yeah.
It's gonna die.
Tidying up. Someone has to clean out the dead house, and the unenviable task has fallen to me.
Oh no.
Don't send the
it.
pregnant woman to the dead house.
Hell?
I don't know why they've done this.
Bastards.
This is the worst town ever.
Well, we can't have these scroungers getting pregnant all the time so they can get off clearing out the dead house, can we?
It is a squat stone octagon, and the only stone building in Neola, and comically small. I'll sweep up the dust and make it sound to keep out vermin. I imagine bodies stacked here like cordwood until the ground thaws.
Oh my god. So she's only sweeping it up.
And I guess it's empty
Not
at the
actually like-
moment.
yeah, it's empty at the
because-
moment because it's been summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've buried all the bodies that were in there.
Been
She's
autumn.
cleaning it for the new bodies.
Yeah,
So
'cause
that's
winter's
better,
about.
isn't it?
Breathing in all that dead person.
Wait, now.
Sorry, Telly, you were saying.
Oh no.
What's the truth, Sullivan?
Even though it's spick and span now, you can still feel something strange going on in there. I don't know what's happening. I better get home and talk to Fate about it. He is very helpful in these trying times.
Talk to your husband. You harlot! How dare you! We liked you, Telly.
You've ruined all the sympathy we've
That
got.
fate is poisoning your mind!
This guy's nice voice.
It's the first snow.
It's the first snow.
Of Christmas, my true love gave to me.
Yeah, first
On
snow
the
of Christmas.
first
the
snow of
Christmas.
The
Yes.
dead house is red.
Oh no.
I love snow.
An announcement from the town of Neola. It's the first snow. Fall has ended, and winter begins with a fine, heavy powder. All of Neola is snug in their homes.
Oh, that's nice.
Nice.
Get rid of it. A nice card. Delete
We
it.
just get rid of that. And instead we move on to
Sad. Oh no. The first death. Who hasn't done anything yet?
Oh god.
Oh god.
oh my god.
No.
Pull that genocide card, did you? Quick game's a good one.
Yeah.
The meteorite card.
This is going to be who's had a bad time. Everyone's had a bad time. Who wants to have more of a bad time? This could be James Mitchell.
James Mitchell. He just wants to build a baseball field.
He just wants to be a baseball field. This is called
Field of Dreams subplot.
Sally.
Build it and they'll come.
Sally.
My horse Sally slipped her halter and fought her way up the hill and ate her fill of black locust bark. And now she's pissing herself and falling over and dying. I love that horse. I needed that horse.
No.
Oh.
That's sad.
No.
Build it and they will probably all die.
Yeah. Without Sally, how am I gonna till the soil from her baseball field? Without Sally, how are we gonna make it out to the neighboring towns to pick up supplies when the snows hit? Without Sally, I think we're goners.
Oh, this is so sad.
Sally,
the black locust
why'd
was
you
the
eat
tree
all
on
that-
Here,
Yes,
wasn't
that's
it?
the
That
back-
locust bark. Stupid horse.
If everyone dies, but James Mitchell gets his baseball
stupid
field,
horse.
that's fine.
Stupid horse.
What a
Believe it, just ate a tree.
Stupid horse.
Oh no.
Don't eat a tree, eat the grass. What's wrong with you?
It's good that we've already got to the cards where everyone's just going, oh no, and it's like it gets worse.
It gets.
This is just winter.
This is just
What's
winter,
worse
guys.
than winter?
What's worse than winter?
Oh,
The secret fifth season.
Winter has already broken James Mitchell, like the most
No,
positive
we haven't. No,
man
he's
in
going to be
Neola.
okay.
Yeah.
He's going to
His
get a new
horse
horse.
ate stupid bird.
And his next one he'll know not to let.
This reminds me of a book I read called The Boys in the Valley. It's about a Catholic orphanage around this time in like the Midwest, and then there's like a possession by, and they have to get an exorcist, and the priests all go mad, and it's it's pretty heavy. Reminds me, very similar atmosphere because they get trapped by the snow. Speaking of which, this is Swiller Sharp.
How did she was
She was sort of she was like a little old crow of a woman.
trapped. There's snow and rain and snow and rain, and the ice is as thick as field stone over everything. I'm trapped indoors, sealed in as though ice were lead and my home were a coffin. It led to panic, and panic led to unwise decisions I will regret. Oh, the last time I had a panic like this. Oh, that's when I made a really terrible mistake. But he shouldn't have built the house so much like a coffin. There's not enough windows. We could have had more windows. I told him more windows, and then he trapped me, and he said we'll be safe if we just stay indoors. I can't stay indoors. I can't stay indoors with you suffocating me.
Yes, I love Swiller.
Definitely killed
I
her
love
husband.
Swiller. She's
Definitely.
yes.
She's the only survivor.
Yeah. In her little coffin.
Yeah.
I need to go in the dead house. I'm already in one.
What was Velma's voice?
Geeky.
Got a kind
Oh,
of
yeah,
southern
yeah,
and kind of
yeah.
neurotic.
Emptiness. This place is so empty that it warps my vision. It poisons the mind. There are people living here who haven't seen proper civilization in years. The wind gets behind your eyes. The desolation sets into your teeth until they crack. All I want is out, but there's no out for me. So I'll have to stay. I'm working on something I read in a book. It'll help keep me and Grandfather Henry warm. I just need a sacrifice. And that shouldn't be too hard to find, right? Not in the winter. Not in the winter of Neola.
Just reading.
Oh, she's gone mad.
The book's just blank.
It's nothing.
Yeah.
She can't read.
Yeah, she can't read.
I'll go for Pearson.
Yeah, little frog
Hey,
man.
with Pearson.
Pearson, little frog, I'm a frog man.
I'm a little toad man.
The ghost of fire. This cold is like the ghost of fire. It has driven me to an angry madness. I've gone to extravagant measures to keep it out. I covered the inside of my house with newspapers and wheat paste. Nothing keeps it out, and it mocks me, leaving ice on my walls. My rage grows.
Oh, that's absolutely Pearson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Maybe I do deserve more than this old shack. Maybe I deserve the town's house. I bet they're warm in the town's house. Maybe I'll make it even warmer for them. Maybe I'll set it on fire.
Whoa. They're all losing their minds
Yeah.
immediately.
This is what happens when you have the wrong sort of telly.
Yeah.
It's been 1
These
week.
people.
One week of winter, and
been a
they're all
bit
like,
cold.
gonna kill everyone.
They've finished doing snowball fights, and now they're just like, no, actually, I hate this.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to kill everyone.
In fairness, the towns actually haven't threatened to kill many people yet.
No,
No, they've been doing it insidiously
Yeah,
behind
yeah.
the
so
scenes.
annoying.
They're just the worst.
They'll kill
We
people's
can all
spirit.
agree we'd want the towns dead, but that's...
Because he blames Ralph Towns as well, doesn't he, for the well.
Oh,
Yes,
he
he
does.
does, yeah.
Do we think it was Ralph Towns, though?
Who
I'm
knows?
not sure.
We might find out.
Yeah.
Don't know.
I've got some bad news for Swiller.
Oh no.
Swiller Sharp. A departure. I am dying. Not from violence or accident, but from old age or diphtheria. I have many regrets and an unwholesome secret that I need to unburden myself of before I begin my journey to the celestial choir. There's not much time. There's not much time. I gotta get to the dead house. There's not much time. I need to get to the dead house. I need to get to the dead house now, but I can't stay there knowing what I know. I've got to tell my daughter. Someone get me my daughter.
Oh my God. So Swiller Sharp has gone to the dead house, which means
But-
she's out.
But
She's
Matty wants to. Oh no. That's sad.
Swiller's taken a secret to her grave as well.
She had an unwholesome secret, and I couldn't think of anyone else with as unwholesome a secret.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm.
And
So she
she's-
died before she said it.
Yeah,
What do you think? Oh, that's sad. Swiller.
who's going to say this? Sorry, this is a two-part thing.
Oh.
Ah.
Did that one say that you had to put her in the dead house at the end?
Yes, and
Ah.
also I couldn't think of anyone to pick because it said she was old. It
Yeah.
said it
No,
said
I think
they
it makes
were
sense.
old.
I was looking
at
it was
it.
her,
It
it
says
was
on the
basically her
card,
or
yeah.
Henry, basically.
I didn't want to
wasn't
put her in, but
So
yeah.
it says put them in the dead house. Oh wow.
it? Yeah. This is Look Mitchell. The accident. I found the person who fell through the ice into the Ninniscar River just north of town. They wanted a fish to eat, and now they have drowned or frozen. It makes no difference. The body is contorted and hard as stone. The face is twisted into a rictus of terror and agony. Poor Henry Hetzel. All he wanted was a fish to eat. With his oxen gone, things look bleak for him and his little farm. My only hope is that Velma's gonna be okay, and if I'm being selfish, then maybe we can share in some of their supplies now that poor old Henry don't have no need of it.
Velma, what did you do? The old people. They're dropping.
Was that the sacrifice? That's why winter fuel subsidy is so important.
Yes.
I might make this Ralph Towns.
Yeah, he's not said much for a while.
It's not.
A poisoned heart. Can't remember who talks.
That is
Pretty
pretty,
good.
that's
That
pretty
was
on it, yeah.
solid.
Someone has been bad to me. Maybe they are just a little too secure in their opinion, or grating in their laugh. But trapped in this ice hell, it has escalated and turned into something sour and deadly in my heart. I hate them now. I hate the very sound and smell of them. I wish them calamity. And that person is, let's see, that's going to Ralph Towns. I hate them. I wish them calamity. That Telly Mitchell.
No!
I don't know what it is, but the way she waddles around, always pregnant, like a randy heifer. I can't stand it. We've all got to pull together. We can't be indulging looks, ineffectual gonads.
They're clearly quite well. No.
Yeah.
But,
Give up is what I say. It's a burden we all have to bear, and at this stage, it's selfish.
Wow.
What? Ralph.
A
You
sudden,
need to die.
he's always been the simmering villain of the piece.
Yeah.
But yet,
Now we've got a reason.
now
to
he
hate
gets his
it,
scene.
yeah.
You know what? Matty hasn't said anything. What was Matty?
She was like glamorous, wasn't she?
Oh, she was a bit more. Yeah,
You
just.
did, like she was like
Yeah.
young.
She's very
and
pretty.
Yeah.
Pretty.
Oh
yeah.
yes, yeah. Whispers. I'm crouched with my ear against the door of the dead house, listening, and there is a voice I know whispering to
Oh
me.
no! Don't go
It
mad.
is saying terrible things in the snow-hushed night. I can't stop listening. It is telling me the secret truth. In the morning, everybody looks at me differently.
Oh, it's always the quiet one.
I heard my grandmother. She was telling me things. Telling me that it was Ralph Towns who killed my grandfather. Definitely. It must be. I need to stop him. I need to take him down.
Even in death, Swilly, alive.
You're
Yeah,
alive,
for God's sake, Swiller, tell the
She's alive.
truth.
Can I just double check? Is Swiller the mum or the grandmother
I
of
think.
Patty?
Oh,
I think she's
if
the
I said grandmother,
Then
I
I
mean
messed up
mother.
before, but that's
I
fine.
think. Oh, I thought it was. Is it mother?
It's daughter.
It's daughter. Oh,
That's okay.
I heard my mother, not my grandmother. She just was very old. I got confused.
Okay, this is going to be look. He was just sad, wasn't he? Like then. Rock. I'm looking at a crib full of rotten corn and a barrel after barrel of wet wheat, barley, sorghum, millet, all moldy and ruined. And I don't know what I'm going to eat when wet winter lingers. My shoes, perhaps.
Oh look,
He's having a hard time with it.
he hasn't been a
Lied
baddie
it.
yet, has he?
No,
He's a sad old. He's a sad guy.
Look how many cards we've given him.
I don't know how to tell Telly. I think I'm going to have to find food from somewhere else. I can't tell her. I can't tell her what's happened. I need to make sure that she's okay for the baby. So I'll get food from somewhere else, even if I have to do something real bad.
Eat fate, eat fate, eat fate.
It might be James Mitchell.
Oh no. Not poor James.
Why we keep
He was
labouring.
sort of southern but positive man, wasn't he?
yeah,
He was having-
yeah, he's just
having a nice time.
He's just
having
wants
a
a
nice
baseball
time.
field.
Just wants a baseball field.
James Mitchell wanted to build a baseball field. The Killers.
Oh, God!
No. I don't think it's a band playing at his baseball field.
No. The prairie is a frozen tomb, and the wolves and the coyotes are no longer shy. They smell the pan grease, and every morning their tracks are right outside the door. Every night they sing. It's a bad sound, the sound of my killers biding their time. It wears on me. We're the outsiders here, not them. Not them. Ever since Sally, horse died, I've been seeing things outside the door. I keep thinking I hear her neigh. I go to look, she's not there. She's not there. These coyotes, I hear them scratching at the door. I gotta protect Maddie. But there are whispers. There are also whispers in this house.
They're both going mad.
Everyone's going crazy.
Not Pearson.
There's a sheep in
I've
there.
put
He was
grease on all
already
my wall.
crazy.
What was Bubbly's voice?
Bubbly. Like a lady.
Like a lady child.
Like a lady child.
Like a lady child, Bubbly. This is called vigilance. The black locust atop the hill exploded because cold enough to make trees explode is something you can say about Neola in the winter. And someone mistook it for a gunshot, and they huffed out into the bone-cracking, pitch-black night, and alert for bandits, shot me square in the chest. Speak your truth, and then go to the dead house.
Bubbly.
I never thought this would be the way that I would escape this town. I always thought I would escape. I always thought I would make my way somewhere else. Maybe with Junior, who wants to go to New York City, though maybe I can't stomach him, so maybe going on my own way to the dead house is better. But I wish I had more of a life to live. I had so much more to give the world, so many more dreams and hopes, but I guess this is me.
Yikes.
Bubbly.
Bubbly.
Oh, why'd you get shot?
Dear.
Make some space.
It's
Getting
the
pretty.
last day of winter.
Hooray!
The last day of winter. In any ordinary year, winter would be over. but the winter of 1888 is far from over. Oh, boo.
Oh, rats.
Oh dear.
We're now in hell.
Why?
Oh.
Lovely this time of year.
A famous season.
Much warmer than winter.
Hell. Oh, I think it's Pearson.
It's a little frog man. Right. Fresh linen. A sweet, pungent smell prompted me to look at my feet for the first time in weeks, and they are dead lumps, frostbitten to hell and gone off. Wrapping fresh bandages on the blackened nightmares that used to be my feet makes me wonder if my blood is poisoned. I think it's definitely poisoned, and I think Ralph Towns did it. I think he snuck in and poisoned my feet by putting poison in my shoes. It's the only thing that makes any sense.
He's absolutely gone crackers.
I love it. I love it.
I'm gonna poison his shoes or his gloves, then his hands will fall.
poison in my shoes.
Then he won't be able to deliver his precious post.
Not only has no one been to that shack, he hasn't left, and everyone in town has forgotten he exists.
Yeah, no one's even,
He's
no one's
having
even
his own
spoken
thing.
about him.
No, they haven't.
No one cares about Pearson apart from Pearson.
Oh. Sorry, look, Mitchell.
No!
He's
Sullivan!
not dead. He's not dead, but he's just
Gonna be more sad.
Leave Look alone!
a fine meal. I'm hungry. Hungry enough to do something terrible. There was some wheat paste and I ate that. There were some rotten potatoes and I ate those. The cat caught a rat and I ate that. Now me and the cat are staring at each other.
Oh no.
Don't eat the cat.
Problem is, once I eat this cat, what next? Who next? Maybe fate. I've seen the way he looks at my wife. Yeah, he would make a fine meal. I could tell her that I found a stray pig or something. Long pig.
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
my
Sorry,
God.
Sullivan, are you okay?
He's gonna eat.
He's gonna eat Fate.
He's gonna eat Fate.
Poor Fate and Telly haven't done anything since autumn.
Tell him.
Sorry, I just love your thought process there. How do I explain this person to me? Long pig.
Long bit.
Long
I'm just gonna be like, where's Fate?
It's like, when he left.
Where's that guy I've been fucking?
Wait a second.
This is Fate's dick.
I recognise it.
I know.
This is not a sausage.
Jesus.
I think this is it Velma?
Oh yeah.
Oh God, she's been living alone on that
Maybe
farm
she
for
can fix
weeks
everything.
now.
Yeah,
Okay.
after sacrificing her granddad.
Yeah.
Grit. I can beat this. I will. If it means burning encyclopedias, if it means eating mouse shit, if it means selling my soul, I'll do it. Spring will come, and I will live to see it. I will live to see spring. I just really hope that mail comes in time. I just really hope that mail comes in time. I need to speak to Ralph Towns. I need to see if the mail's come. I got this. I will live to see spring.
I believe in Velma. I
Yeah.
think she's going to be the saviour.
What's
Yeah.
in that
Or she
mail?
killed the granddad.
What's in the mail?
No, I think she did kill the granddad.
What was Lafayette's voice?
Very posh.
He sort of spoke.
Yeah,
Like
Sort of
a,
spoke
yeah.
like this, yes.
Lafayette. Yes.
Friendship. My friends in the dead house knew that I'd been done wrong, betrayed, humiliated, ruined. Before the world shrinks to a white pinprick of pain and misery, I must settle the score, they said. My friends helped me. They guided my hand. Speak your truth, and then put someone in the dead house.
Whoa,
That
Fate's
someone
Gate.
may be you. I'm a stranger in this town. Maybe the only stranger in this town. Everyone whispers about me, saying what might be going on with Telly. I see the way Look
looks at me. And I know that maybe he knows it too. But I know the winters are long, and this one is longer than most. And maybe as spring comes, a new wave of growth, people will forget. They'll forget what I've done. And then me and Telly can live.
Don't you dare.
happily.
Don't you dare! How could you? I'm devastated.
Yes.
No, this is awful.
Poor Luke.
Look how many cards he had as well. He's such a chunky stack.
And every one of them was sad.
They're all sad.
It was better for him in the long run.
It
Well,
probably is.
Because he was going to turn him into a long pig. So.
Yeah.
it's true. It was fate or luck, but I think
That's really sad.
he was just hungry.
There's only one person this can be, unfortunately.
Oh,
I'm
God.
really sorry.
Oh,
If there's only
God.
one person this makes sense.
God.
How does James talk? James Mitchell
Don't
talks
you-
like
Yeah.
No!
Don't Mitchell Brothers baseball field. If you do this, I'm going to cry.
Mercy. The nearest doctor is in St. John, 10 miles away. But someone must get help. Neola is collapsing, and here I am setting out on foot through heavy snow in a savage blizzard. I'll get a half mile. But I gotta go. I can't lose Sally and Maddie in one winter. And Maddie's sick. What am I supposed to do? I gotta go. No one else will go. Ralph Towns won't go. Junior won't go. Telly's pregnant. I don't trust that Lafayette. Velma, I haven't seen Velma for weeks. Pearson? Pearson's too selfish and crazy to go. Oh, I'm the only one who's going to look after Maddie. And maybe if I'm quick, maybe it'll be okay. And then maybe it'll be fine. And when this blizzard blows over, I'll come back here and I'll start working on that baseball field. Keep me warm. That'll keep me warm.
It is
That'll
filled
keep
with
me
dreams.
You're killing him, aren't you? He's going to the
Field of
dead
dreams. If I build it, they will come. If I build it, they will come.
No. No.
No.
No.
Oh dear. Uh-oh.
I don't
There you
want
go,
to.
another happy card.
There's so few decent people left
Yeah.
already. Time for Ralph Towns' redemption arc.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I was good all along.
So
It's
deep
just
in
when it
now,
speaks
yes.
to it, it's like,
So deep in now.
just it has to be this
there's
person.
a choice of whether they go to the dead house or not. And I don't know what the choice is until I say, okay, it's Pearson.
Little frogman Pearson.
Oh,
I know. It has to be.
Paced his walls, lost his feet. Poor guy.
I'm crouched in someone else's smoke cellar. It is lined with stone and filled with bacon and sausage and smoked ham. The floor is a sea of smashed pickle hot jars, and I have defiled the meat. I have ensured their starvation, and they might just kill me.
Go to the dead house if they do, and speak your truth either way.
I did it. The towns are gonna die. I've killed. There's no food left. I got him. I got him for putting that sheep in my well and for poisoning my feet with my shoes. I rolled here. I rolled into their cellar, and now they're all gonna die. All the Townses. I think that Bobley is already dead. I quite liked her, but that's fine. They're all gonna die. Yes, I hear someone coming. Oh no, Ralph. Fancy seeing you.
It was a choice, but I feel like he has no fear.
yes.
Yeah, he could have exactly run away from his crime.
Yes. Yes.
Poor guy.
They're all dying.
I feel like
Come
Telly
on,
Mitchell's our last.
I think it's Velma.
Velma and Telly Mitchell are our, and
got
Matty.
Matty.
Matty,
The ladies.
These are our last hopes.
It's the ladies. They're going to save it.
I think it might go to Velma. How does she talk? Southern, wasn't she?
She's
Southern
bit
and
nerdy. I read a book.
Oh, yeah, I read a book. Okay. Faith, I stared at the featureless white sky and listened to the shrieking wind. This winter isn't going to end. Matthew 24 says, when ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation, stand in the holy place. There is no holy place in Neola. Everything is hell. I'm in hell. Speak your truth and then go to the dead.
She's going to be a witch and
She's
do
the only one who read a
it.
book.
What's the only one who read any books? Damn it. Oh.
Add her on the sticker on the pile, Dom.
I tried to wait for that mail, and I had to do the most awful thing, that sacrifice. But it would have been worth it. But there's no hope anymore. And I feel the cold coming in. I feel the cold coming in.
No.
Velma, she's dead. She's
Oh,
dead.
Come on, Matty.
So pure.
Pure,
but also
except
maybe a witch.
murdered her granddad.
It
Yeah.
was a sacrifice to keep everyone alive, wasn't it?
Work.
It didn't work. It didn't
Yeah.
work.
Actually,
So she
might have.
turned back to the Bible. It makes sense.
Yeah, it might have started a chain reaction.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe
Once
this will
one
help.
domino falls.
This is Maddie. Maddie Mitchell. A precious thing. It's a keepsake, something beautiful. A reminder that the entire world isn't flat fields of snow and screaming katabatic wind. Something refined, a gift that made me cry with gratitude and delight. Something that kept me grounded in hard times. A promise of a better life crafted by skilled hands from fine wood. Now I'm cold, and into the fire it goes, piece by piece. Into the fire it goes. This bird that James, he carved for me. This bird, he gave it to me about a week after we first started dating. I thought it was one of the most beautiful pieces of wood I'd ever seen. A fine, fine carpenter he was. He's gone, and I'm so cold.
Don't put her in the dead house. Okay.
She doesn't. She's just having a
She broke the
bad
thing instead. She broke the thing
time.
instead. That's good. That's good.
She's just burned.
She's gonna
Burned the bird.
She's gonna stay alive.
Oh, God. Everything's awful.
How are these
Everything
two
is
still
awful.
alive?
But spring has come.
Incredible.
Spring comes. Survivors, speak your truth. So,
Oh my goodness.
I think what we will do is we will go around. There are 5 survivors. Everyone can pick one and voice their final truth for the game. Not to kill them. They're not going to the dead house. The dead house it's full. It's closed.
Closed for business.
It's closed for business. So yeah, pick someone and feel free to speak their final truth. Dom.
You see, Junior, I was right all along. You just have to have faith in the Catholic Church, faith in the structure of order, and faith in your old man's ability to lead this town. That's why we've survived. Your harlot mother hasn't, and many of the reprobates of the town have been washed away. It's like Noah and the flood. This is God's way of purging the unworthy.
Wow.
Incredible.
Wow.
Incredible.
This is Matty. I made it through. It was tough and I had to burn some precious stuff, but I've got the most important thing of all. I'm pregnant with James's child. His line will continue.
That's really nice. Fate spoke like this, didn't
Yeah,
he?
it was very posh.
Well, I was worried there for a second. I might not make it through. But I think this might be a good time for me to slip away. Move on to a new town, a new place.
Well, I'm going to be telling you what on earth. Wow. I can't believe I survived the winter. With look gone, a deep sadness grew within me, but fate has been so kind and so generous with his time with me, and it's a real comfort that he's still here with me. Although he's sort of become distant in recent days. Maybe he, no, I mustn't think of that. He said he'd stay with me. I have got a pain, though, recently. A familiar pain below. I'm sure it's nothing, but this pain is all too familiar.
This poor woman.
Poor Telly.
Oh no.
All she did was have some affairs.
Bloody hell.
Loads and loads of affairs.
So many affairs.
Junior.
To end.
Yeah.
The most explored
The most
character.
explored character.
Telly and Junior both were only once in
I
autumn.
feel like I know a lot about him.
Yeah. Father says I must stay in town now. I wanted to slip away once the winter had ended and spring had come, but there are so few people that he wants me to remain. I know that Father has sabotaged other people throughout the winter and caused the dead house to be more full than it should have been. I also know that Father was the one who stepped out into the night, shotgun in hand, and killed my mother. He won't admit it, but I've seen the way he looks at the gun, the way it's been hidden in the back of a closet. I know that Father was the one who sent Mother to the dead house during the winter. And maybe, if I want to get away, I should send him to his grave before spring arrives and everyone knows what happened.
Oh. Just remembered Matty hated Ralph as well, so maybe there'll be a little alliance. Wow.
There we go.
That's sad,
That's
isn't
everyone.
it?
Yeah,
Sad.
it's very
Wow.
hard to. You have to make difficult choices, and you always end up killing the characters you actually like.
Yeah.
In the last game we played, the religious zealot survived the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
Who forced her husband to walk into the ocean.
That was so good. I
It's
love
a really
how, like,
good game.
Very good.
how like deep in the, and then we knew exactly who people
Yeah.
should be.
Yeah.
It felt
It got
so,
easier.
so organic.
Yeah.
And I guess that's sort of lightly steered, but also probably not, because we're adding
Yeah.
our thoughts and speaking the truth and building it. So,
Yes.
oh,
Yeah,
it's
Yeah, I think
brilliant.
there's little bits of. I think they're very smart about like the art that they've chosen for the
Yes.
different characters. Their introductory lines give you little
Yeah.
things where you're like, I kind of get the feeling of like this, and then things feel appropriate for certain people. But in the same way, it's like who has a horse. It's like, oh well, maybe
It could
you-
be-
it
that
could be anyone who
anyone.
has a
Yes.
farm.
Yes.
It could be anyone who
Yes,
like same with the
totally.
oxen. It could be any of these people.
And then they inform, they keep informing. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's-
so I think it does just a really good
It's
job
really
of
Really
clever.
leading you to different people.
I'd love to see if like someone else played it, if they got the same
Yeah.
kind of story,
I
or if they went.
absolutely-
Well, I think that's the
Totally.
interesting thing because it's like you take a card out of the winter deck, you take a card out of the autumn deck, and you take 4 out of the hell deck
So you
before
do
you
get
shuffle
it.
in the spring one as
okay.
well. So you have a different setup every single time, and there are multiple different.
And
kind
the
of-
spring one, where do you
you
shuffle
you
that into the
split. You
hell?
take the take
Yeah.
the. There's 12 hell cards. You take the 2. You put them into 2 piles, and you shuffle it into the back pile, and then you put that pile on the bottom of the hell deck.
Yeah.
So it will be somewhere definitely after 6 hell cards.
Yeah.
You will
Yeah.
always have 6 hell cards, but you could have.
Yeah.
You could have 12 hell
And
cards,
then-
Yeah.
and then spring, and everyone will be dead.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
that was brilliant. I'd love
What a
to
cool
see that
game.
again.
Well
Again,
done.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Well done.
Well done.
Well done.
Well
Well done,
done.
us.
Bloody
Good
well
story.
done. Good, well done, everyone.
We've
The
done it
worst
again.
people survive.
Yeah.
Matty's not Matty.
Matty's fine.
But they were.
They were.
Oh, yeah.
These pair
And
are
this.
pretty terrible.
one.
Yeah.
I mean, Telly.
Telly's
Telly's all
Poor
right.
Telly.
Yeah.
She had a rough time.
She did.
Well, that brings our game of Desperation, the Dead House, to an end. But you can watch more Chaotic Neutral content by clicking any of the videos that have appeared on screen right now. Thank you so much to our guests as well. Emily Bates, where are you from, Emily?
Oh, hi,
Tell
I'm Emily
people.
Bates. I should be ready. I'm not. I play different RPGs all over the place, but mainly at RP Geeks D&D. Science and nerdy stuff with RPGs. It's great.
And the wonderful Lucy.
Hello, I'm Lucy Farrett. I'm an actor, writer, comic, and you can find me online at Lucy Farrett in the various places. You know where to look.
You know where to look.
Google it.
You know where to look.
Google
Not
it.
there.
Stop.
Not that kind of Googling. Stop it.